Happy Monday. Let's get it. Had a weekend was weekending, and let me be honest with you. Let me just take the time to talk to you guys for a minute. Let me. I want to start and end with a good word. When you operate in your gift, you don't have to be the head of the table. For wherever you sit or stand, the room will shift. You gotta walk in like you got Jesus on your side. You better walk in like, hey, I know whose child I am. Okay, you gotta walk in with that Jesus glow, y'all. So whatever table you sit at, it'll shift. You never have to be at the head of a table or be, have that title. Okay. All right. So this weekend, honestly, you probably saw that Cardi B released an album. So between that, you couldn't put really else. There really wasn't. Sorry, excuse me. There really wasn't anything else to fit into the Twitter trending feed or whatever, or what's trending, and so on and so forth. So Cardi was trending for her the people who she came for on her album, which was Bia, JT, Raw Ali. Some people on Twitter claim that she came for Lot. I'm sorry, not Lotto. Ice Spice. But I will say one thing: the album is definitely on the playlist. The album definitely had me in the gym. You know, doing what I needed to do. One of my favorites on the album is Time, which is the beat from Jeezy's All the Time song. Okay. So Cardi B took a lot of, tidbits from different artists, male and female. She kept the cadence on Salute that was produced by Two Chains. So, she just wasn't so wrapped up in her own craft just to, borrow pieces from people who influenced her, like Trina, Little Kim, and so on and so forth. Okay. Most of these little girlies did not reply back yet. JT, she said a few things back when people were sliding in her DMs with, certain shit. She was coming back with she would never be mad about a bitch with 4 kids and a guitar shaped body. So I guess JT said what she had to say, but just not officially on wax. Okay. All right. So getting away from Cardi's album a little bit, let's talk about Kelly Price on another one of her rants. Okay. Not that people dragging her for her outfit wasn't enough, but on this one, I felt it was a little unwarranted. Kelly Price came for Maya. Okay, yeah, Maya. Um, it's all about me and the best of me. Case of the X. Maya had quite a few, had a good run for a while in the '90s. So Kelly Price was saying that record exec back in the day compared her to Maya and wanted her to be more like Maya. But here's where Maya caught the stray bullets, right? Maya caught stray bullets from Miss Kelly Price because Kelly go on to say, talk about album sales or just sales in general or something in that nature, which was unwarranted. Maya is a very, nice young lady, beautiful, um, but overall nice. Never really heard her name in the tabloids like that. All her interviews, she's never dragging anyone, never talking crazy. So Kelly, a lot of people are sitting back and they're saying this is part of your character. They're saying that your character is flawed, Ma. Like, I gave you the benefit of the doubt because, in the past, just from R&B divas and some of the, you know, times that you've shown your bad attitude on the screen, I've given you the benefit of the doubt because I felt like you were just standing up for yourself. But now you just out here picking because Maya caught strays for no reason. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna run that video and let y'all hear what Miss Kelly had to say. Um, all I'm gonna say is, Kelly, if you got a new boyfriend because you left roles, you have this new younger man. What's up? Why can't you be happy? You know, um, I'm not I'm not getting where all the anger and rage is coming from. And then at the same time, you'll you'll read a scripture from the Bible and sing very beautifully a nice hymn after cussing somebody out. Now, yeah, I don't know where we're going with this, but this is a weekly thing for you. It's like, stay maybe take Kelly's phone from her, when she at nighttime, when she's go most it seems she goes live. She's on the West Coast, so she goes live about 10 p.m. So maybe we should take Kelly's phone from her. And if she hear this, she probably be like, "Hey, nobody, you come and try to take it." But maybe your man should take your phone from you because you're looking crazy, and when you get on these lives, you're getting on there with the biggest, ugliest wig you can find. Okay, so get yourself together, Kelly Price, because we want to think better of you. Okay, we want you to beat these negative claims that your attitude is scuttlebutt. All right, let's move on from Miss Attitude Price and let's move into Saucy No Such Santana, who was carried out of the Waffle House on a medical emergency, um, bacon and sausage overdose, um, and alcohol poisoning, maybe, or excessive alcohol consumption. Right before this happened, Saucy Santana jumps on his TikTok with that ugly ass wig on, thinking he was the shit, delusional as fuck, looking ugly as fuck, with the Cardi B little, you know, asymmetrical bob with the rat tail and with the mullet in the back. Saucy Santana decided to get him a synthetic version, slap glued it on his head so good that one of the Waffle House employees who was recording him being wheeled out on a stretcher, the wig was still intact on Saucy Santana's head, even on the stretcher. You would think that if you just had a bacon overdose up in the Waffle House, that you would that wig would be shifted, but nah, that thing was probably glued down pretty good, right? But anyway, nonetheless, Big Back was on there looking ugly as a man and a woman. Both of his species was ugly. He was a big black man on that stretcher, looking like Rick Ross, and then he was a big black woman on that stretcher, looking like himself and Rick Ross with a wig on. Now, this is not a laughing matter. I'm not trying to, well, I guess I did make it kind of terrible sounding, but nonetheless, he shouldn't have gotten his ass on Twitter listening to Cardi B on her song where she dragged JT and spoke about his friend Young Miami and JT not being a good friend to Young Miami, which, mind you, Saucy Santana used to hang out with JT and all of them, right? So he's on there singing the fucking song, throwing shots at his ex friend. So you, to me, that's no better than, you know, JT kicking Carisha when she was down. You know, you're doing the same thing, Saucy. You're using a moment that's viral to kick your ex best friend as well. So, you know, but at the end, you was wheeled out of the Waffle House looking crazy. So on one of my videos, I said JT had the voodoo for them bitches. So yeah, that part, you know, JT came out the gate, not saying that she know witchcraft or anything like that, but let's just say that Twitter was on fire about Saucy Santana in this Waffle House situation. They were kinda here for it, in other words, you know, which is kind of bad, but they were here for it, you know. Um, moving on next, let's jump into didn't even know with everything that was going on, didn't even realize Remy Ma dropped a diss track. Um, well, she jumped on Connie Diamond's song and dragged Clarissa Shields. We were so caught up with, you know, everything else, we didn't know that Rem got her little cheap shot in and threw Clarissa Shields her shade. So let's try to play some of this and let's see if I'm able to play it. And we can and we'll end this show. Y'all have a good day on purpose. Make sure you know that y'all just, you know, get out here and um, be good people, you know. That's all, you know. So in the meantime, between time, y'all have a good day. Go check out that song with Connie Diamond, and see what Rem has to say about Clarissa Shields. Y'all have a good day. Be easy, breathe.